Hey folks, see Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to a very important live stream. Raviji is asking, how was your trip to Hyderabad? Was it a finclave or what? Raviji, it was an amazing trip to Hyderabad. Today only I came in the evening from Hyderabad, and it was not a finclave or anything. I was there for an event, and of course I can't reveal the details of that. Mm, Something interesting coming up is what I can surely tell. And this was the first time that I got to be a part of the panel discussion, which was being viewed by the CMOs. CMOs are the chief marketing officers of a lot of big corporates. So it was an amazing experience, and wow. So just thought of saying thank you to everyone. It's because of your love and support that people now, not only at individual levels but at corporate level, are also uh, you know trying to understand that yes, influencers are also someone's who are trying to create an impact by spreading more and more of financial literacy and financial awareness. So a big thank you to you all as well. And as and how I'm allowed to publish certain details, I will surely let you know on our channel itself, right? Okay, so with this, let us discuss about today's discussion, which is about, can I see some early signs of downfall? The title itself suggests early signs. So I'm not saying that tomorrow itself something might go wrong terribly, but I will present to you some important data, some very amazing data point, because of which you also might get a feel. I mean, you will also understand that why I'm saying that I feel that yes, there could be certain early signs of downfall. Okay. Once I present the entire data, I would also want you all to tell me what are your viewpoints on the same. Okay. So today's stream is going to be divided in two parts. First part is about, uh, of course, the discussion that we did on the immediate previous video, which I had posted on Wednesday, day before yesterday. I discussed about the Nifty 50 companies, right? And I had talked about, out of Nifty 50 companies, 40 companies which had presented their Q4 results. How were the results? And I tried to bring in front of you the overall picture about how the top 50 companies by market cap are performing in the market. Now, such type of a video I'd never ever published on the channel till date, right? Uh, this was the first time that I talked about Q4 results, not of any specific company. This was my first ever attempt of talking about overall analysis of Q4, overall all analysis of how the top 50 companies are performing, which are listed on the exchange, right? Now, why I thought of doing so, and what would you want as a key takeaway from this video, is what I would want to first tell. I had gotten this wonderful opportunity of meeting Anil Singhvi sir, and I'm a big time fan of his. Very amazing person, a very knowledgeable person, and while I was discussing with him as to how he does his analysis, I had asked him a question that, sir, how do we analyze that whatever quarterly results all the companies gave? How do I analyze that? How is the economy performing? So please try and understand the logic behind it. Okay. See, if all companies are doing good, if all the companies are performing better, if their revenues are good, if their EBITDA margins are good, if their profitability is good, then automatically I can say that it will reflect in the macroeconomic data. Are you with me? I want an answer in yes or no. Are you understanding this? That if all, or I can say majority, if majority companies give good revenue numbers, if majority of the companies give good EBITDA numbers, give good profitability numbers, then automatically the economy as a whole, right, at a macroeconomic level, that is ideally going to show a bigger and a better picture, right? So I'd asked him that, how do I analyze the quarterly results? Because on BSC there are more than 5,000 companies which are listed. I don't I mean, I can't go on analyzing each and every company, right? So he had given a very nice analogy for that. And he said that, Rachna, whenever either you sometimes or your mom or your mother-in-law cooks rice, right? And she wants to test whether the rice has been properly cooked or not. Does she eat up the entire rice and say, this is cooked? Then the second spoon, this is cooked. The third spoon, this is cooked. That's not the way we do, right? she would just pick up a spoon and just taste it, try to bite it and say, okay, this is fair enough. The rice is cooked. In simple words, based on one spoon, she will say that, okay, entire bowl of rice is properly cooked or not. And that is nothing but we sample out and make a conclusion based on the entire universe, right? Statistics as well today. Kya baat hai? So exactly that is what he said, that same analogy now try to apply for the quarter 4 results. What is the entire bowl of rice? The entire bowl of rice is all the listed companies in, yes, Naren, Shitavarna Bhatachi Pariksha, Agni Barobar hai. So all the companies which are listed on the stock exchange, that is equal to the bowl of rice. And the spoon which I'm using to check whether it's good or not, that is nothing but what? Everyone tell me. What is that spoon of rice that I'm trying to analyze? If entire bowl is all the listed companies on BSE NSE. Quickly, I want to answer. What is that spoon of rice indicating? Absolutely. Good one says Nifty 50. Sandeep says Nifty. Many people are giving answers. Nifty. Fantastic. So I hope now you have understood as to why this was the first time I thought that I should be trying to analyze how was the overall quarter 4 performance of all the companies which are a part of Nifty. And if I'm able to analyze that, then I can have my own thought process. I can have an overall understanding of how our economy as a whole is performing. Okay. Some people are saying that I joined late, did something important happen? So Dinesh, basically I'm just trying to tell the logic behind my video on Nifty 50 Q4 results, pass or fail. Okay. So now that you have understood my analogy, I would request anyone and everyone who has not seen that video, Nifty 50 pass or fail, you should watch it. Then only you will understand that how you can also by yourself analyze and get a logic, get a thought process of how the economy is performing, right? So let us go on and understand about how. So sorry. So when I published the video, at that time, out of 50, only 40 companies had come up with their Q4 results, right? So in that video itself, I told that by the time the video releases, maybe all 50 companies might come up with the quarter 4 results. And that is why I told that I would do a live stream. And in the live stream, I would talk about all the 50 companies put together. And that is the exact reason why we are here today. Okay. So first part of our live stream today is going to be analyzing how the 50 companies, all 50 companies put together, how have they performed. Okay, so let's start. Let me just check if the screen is visible or not. Yes, it is. Okay, so first and foremost, let's understand all the 50 companies which have come up with the results now. I'm giving you a snapshot of revenue growth. Okay, revenue growth YOY. So I'm talking about Q4 21 versus Q4 22. Just in case if you are having a problem in your net speed, I'm anyways saying the figures. So even if your screen is a little bit blur, don't focus on the comment section. Hey, the screen is blurred. My screen is not blurred. Internet connection might be a problem. So just focus on whatever I'm trying to tell. And anyways, I'm reading out the figures, right? So first we're talking about revenue. I'm going to talk about 3 parameters: revenue, profitability, and OPM. OPM is operating profit margin, EBITDA, you may say that. Okay. So what about revenue growth? So basically, if you see revenue degrowth of more than 1% means what? If Q1, if Q4 FY21. So basically, last year ka last quarter, Q4 of FY21. If the revenue was 100, okay, then this year's revenue is 99 or 98 or 97 or 90 or 80 or 70, whatever. And that is the reason why I'm telling you that revenue has a degrowth. In simple words, this quarter's revenue has dropped in comparison with the revenue which was posted in the last quarter of the previous year. Fair enough? Okay. Now, how many companies posted a degrowth? Only 5 companies posted a degrowth. Happy? Out of the 50 companies, only 5 companies' revenue has dropped. In simple words. Okay. Flat revenue, no companies. Revenue growth 0 to 20%. 0 to 20% means what? Previous, so Q4 21 revenue was 100 and Q4 22 revenue was anywhere between 101 to 120. That is where I'm saying revenue growth of 0 to 20%. So has the revenue grown? Yes, revenue has grown by up to 20%. There are such 26 companies. Seems to be very good. And if I'm talking about revenue growth of more than 20 companies, more than 20 companies, oh sorry, more than 20%, then 19 companies have shown revenue has grown by more than 20%. Looks good, right? So here I've also talked about who is the worst performer and who's the best performer. The best performer is JSW Steel with a growth of 74%, and Hero Motocorp with a degrowth of 13.73%. Okay, so if you just have a look at this, are you going to be happy? So ideally, yes, revenue has grown pretty nicely. Okay, now have a look at the final final profitability. So first we talked about revenue, right? So now let's talk about how the overall profitability looks like. Final net profit looks like. Okay, so here if you see, now I'm not going to explain these parameters. Okay, these four parameters, revenue degrowth, similarly it's going to be a profit degrowth. So in simple words, this quarter profit went down as compared to the Q4 of previous year. 12 companies profit has degrown. For 12 companies profit went down. One company profit is flat. 11 companies profit growth is between 0 to 20%, and 26 companies profit has grown by more than 20%. So now if you have a look at this, this is similar, 26, 19, and this is 11 and 26. But profit of more than 20%, 26 companies. If you have a look at only two of these parameters, so out of three, if I'm talking about two parameters, which two parameters? I talked about number one, revenue growth, and number two, I talked about profit growth. If I'm talking about only two parameters, what do you think? Are the companies performing good or bad? I want an answer from you all. What is your thought process based only and only on two figures, that is revenue and PAT? What do you feel? See, that is the whole thought process of our channel, right? It should not be 100% spoon feeding that only I'm telling you one way. You should also think based on only these two parameters, revenue and profit. I'm glad everyone is giving the correct answer. Sandeep, VB, Rajesh, Uma, Hariharan, Prasanna, everyone is saying good, 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 fantastic. Okay. Now comes, yeah, of course, many more people are saying good, good, good. Okay, perfect. 100%, right. Okay, so now if I'm talking about revenue and profitability, it is good, agreed. But now the big question is, what about EBITDA margins? What about OPM margin? So for that, let us quickly take you again back to my sheet. All right, so here we are talking about EBITDA for same 50 companies, right? So if I'm talking about same 50 companies for EBITDA, here you can see for all the same 50 companies, 31 companies have shown EBITDA margin contraction, and rest 19 companies have shown margin enhancement. EBITDA margin contraction is not at all a good sign. For those who have not seen the video that I had posted on Nifty 50 pass or fail, in that I had given one simple example of what do I mean by final profitability is going up, but your EBITDA margins or your OPM margins are going down. For that, I had given an example of Ultratech Cement, if I'm not mistaken, quarters. And if you check here, Q4, this is Q4, right? So profit has grown from what? 1775 crores to 2620 crores. Fantastic increase in profits. 1775 crores to 2620 crores. Have a look at the OPM margin, operating profit margin, has gone down from 26% to 19%. Your core operations are facing some challenge. See, anything after that, see, interest, depreciation, something like a depreciation is more of accounting item. Okay, interest, higher, lower, can be because of a financing decision. What is more important? What is the focus point that I always definitely look at? Have a look at the operating profit margin or the operating profit also, for that matter. If you see here, 3690 crores to 3073 crores, there's a big fall, there's a sharp fall. If that be so, I would not be happy about it. So here, if you see your EBITDA margin for how many companies out of 50? It is 31 companies out of 50. Okay, here the worst performer was Dr. Reddy's lab with contraction of 63% margin. So that is pretty bad. And the best performer was HDFC Life Insurance, but that was because of a one-time adjustment. Okay. Now, why does this happen? Why does EBITDA margin contraction happen? That is mainly because of inflation. Okay, because of inflation, what happens is your input costs keep on rising, and because input costs are rising, your final margin shrinks down and down and down. It chokes. And if your operating profit margins are choking, it's not at all a good sign. Okay, so I'm glad that the government is taking they're trying to take definitive steps. They are trying to take the inflation into control with very good measures that they're currently taking. But have we seen the result of the measures as on date? The answer is no, because Q4 is what data we have today, and as per that Q4 data, it is not good at all. I hope this point is absolutely clear. If yes, you can just tell me in the comment section. But one important point that I want to come to, so till now whatever discussion I did, it was to give you a clear cut idea on how should you be analyzing any result. It should not be only revenue, it should not be only profitability, it should be a mix. You should be checking revenue, you should be checking profitability, and you should also be checking the EBITDA margins. Okay, coming to the important point about the early sign of downfall. Are we in a stagflation is what VB asks. I don't think we are in stagflation. Okay, in India, the inflation is not that, US and all, look at the data, that's way too horrible as compared to this. But right now, if I'm talking about India, I feel we are definitely growing as well. See, when is I'll quickly tell you what is stagflation for those who don't know the concept of stagflation. Stagflation means what? Inflation is very high, and at the same time, the growth is also not there. There is inflation with stagnation. Stagnation, yes, I'm correct. There's stagnation, so the growth is missing, and plus there is inflation, and that is why the combined term is what? Stagflation. Okay, now if that be so, would our revenues, would the top line have grown? No, in that case top line might not have grown. If you remember the figures that I presented in front of you, the revenue growth, I want everyone to answer. If you have paid attention to what data points I was showing you, was the revenue growing, yes or no? I want quick answers now. Was the revenue growing? All 50 companies, I showed you the data points. Was the revenue growing, yes or no? Quick answers. Maybe my charts. Yes. I'm getting the answers now. There's a slight delay. If revenue is growing, then I can't say that we are in stagnation. If revenues would have also gone down and if inflation might have risen, then we say that we would be in stagflation. Okay, so here the problem is not about growth. In India, I feel that the problem is more on the side of inflation rather than stagflation. Okay, if government is successfully able to tackle that, I feel we can go well in the coming quarters. But I feel right now, because of this margin pressure point is the only thing I'm concerned with. But if I'm talking about May and June, whatever news that we are reading, may it be petrol prices, may it be cutting out some basic parameters. Cutting out means basically focusing on certain small parameters so that inflation is taken into control. The export duty on steel and whatnot. There are a lot of measures, lot of news that have come up in the media recently. I think all news are focusing only and only on one thing, which is controlling inflation. And if we see inflation being controlled at one point in time, then I feel that it will be a classic way, because the revenues are not a problem. If inflation is taken under control, then I feel yes, we are sorted, right? So if inflation comes up under control in the coming 1 quarter also, I feel we are good to go. But sometimes what happens is that overall Nifty might perform well, but there may be a certain sector which may feel the pain of entire, not only inflation, but there could be multiple other parameters as well. Okay, this is exactly what do we mean by sector rotation or a sectoral rotation. That not all times all sectors will be performing well. Some sector might perform well in a specific time period. Then so when the Nifty is also going up, these sectors are also going up. But then what happens, these same sectors are not going to perform well every single time, right? So at one point in time, what may happen, that Nifty is doing well, but a specific sector is not doing well. And that is where we call it to be a sector rotation. That Nifty might do well in the coming 1 or 2 quarters or 3 quarters, whatever, but there could be a problem with a specific sector. And that is exactly what I'm going to talk in the immediate next 1 or 2 minutes. In between, I'm going to sip some water, and you know what I'm going to say. Roughly 2,200 viewers and roughly 500 likes. One-fourth likes, at least one half likes. I want that. Right? Quickly. Hit the like. I mean, taking 50 companies' data, presenting it, sales numbers, revenue numbers, EBITDA numbers, likes is free. Fatafat like kar do. Inflate the likes figure. Wow. Inflate the likes figure. Likes are now just crossing 800. Exactly. Ranjit is saying inflation affecting the likes. Cool. Now at close to 900, 916. Kya baat hai? We are just waiting for it to cross ideally 1100, because there were concurrent viewers were 2200. So I think that will happen in another half a minute. Okay, so at least let it cross 1000. Then we talk about early signs of downfall, but for which sector? Okay. Oh, in the meantime, Suraj Chandra says, ma'am, your futures and options course is awesome. Thank you, Suraj. I'm glad you liked it. All right, so 1000 likes done. Let me move on to the sector which I can see that there are early signs of downfall. Ooh. Okay. Now, what am I talking about? Oh, by the way, Poonam also says, ma'am, I've done almost 90% of your courses. Yay, thank you. All right, so coming back to our discussion, what could happen? Which sector am I talking about? All those who are pro investor members. Yes, sir. I hope I'm talking about this so many times. I hope you're checking the community tab. In the community tab, I'm posting a lot of things. I have not ideally, to all the pro investor members, only one stock of the month is promised. Okay, these updates on what I am doing in my portfolio, am I buying something, am I selling something, that was not at all promised as the perk, right? But still, I thought that it'll be great that if some people are able to understand my logic, my thought process, it's not that you have to do whatever I'm doing, right? But that, and in the community tab, I always talk about the reasons why I'm doing this. So once you join the pro investor membership, it's not only about one stock that you are getting per month, you're also getting to know the logic, the reason why I'm doing that. And those who are pro investor members, they are already talking about it in the comment section. Pallavi, then Ravi ji, and Arpita right now said auto and steel, ma'am. Absolutely, I've talked about that. Fantastic. I'm glad. See, you should be feeling amazing. We know that the auto sector is facing some trouble. For those who have not, Prasanna is saying, I'm also exiting from Maruti. Okay. Shreya is asking, ma'am, when is the next live batch? TNFA 2.0 was awesome. Thank you, Shreya. I'll talk about TA, but no live batch for some more time. I'm done. I'm tired. Okay. Right. Wow. People are talking about my course today. All of a sudden, what happened, people? Viknesh Devendra says your fundamental analysis course was wonderful. Thank you, Viknesh Devendra. Thank you. आज अचानक से feedback आ रहा है about my courses. Thanks a lot. Feels good, right? Okay. So we will talk about our courses. I'm glad you are giving the feedback. I would not want to stop you, but I want to present my analysis first. So I'm taking you back to what the discussion was. Which sector do I see as early signs of downfall? And those who are the pro investor members have guessed it right. It is auto. I do see some signs of downfall. I do see some signs that this sector might not outperform the Nifty. Again, I'm repeating, read the title of today's live stream very carefully. I feel this is like an early sign of downfall. Okay. Now, what do I mean by that? Uh, I, I don't, I'm not saying that it'll just crash like anything, but I do see some fundamental problems in that. Okay. Now, out of all these 50 companies, now interestingly, few names like Hero Moto, Bajaj Auto have been beaten on all three parameters. All three parameters. So revenue also not doing well, profitability also not doing well, and if I'm talking about EBITDA margins, that is also not doing well, right? So I do see some pain coming in this sector right now. Hero Moto, Bajaj, even if I'm talking about Maruti Suzuki, on which I've written a community tab post yesterday, I don't see that these companies might be like outperforming the Nifty. One is like going with Nifty, one is outperforming Nifty, one is underperforming Nifty. And I feel this is an area which might underperform in the coming 1 or 2 quarters. Even if we have read about this, I'm sure everyone knows about the semiconductor issue. But whenever any company comes up with their quarterly results, there is something known as a management commentary, right? And in the commentary of many auto companies, it is not at all encouraging. No one is saying that semiconductors we are getting it very easily. Not at all. I mean, majority of these companies which I mean which for which I read the management commentary, the commentary was not at all encouraging as far as the semiconductors issue was concerned. And semiconductors are something which is very important for the auto sector, right? So of course I'm not talking about Hero Moto and Bajaj Auto for semiconductors as such. Mainly four wheelers may problem hai, but even two wheelers are facing some sort or the other of the issue. So I believe that yes, these are early signs of problems in the auto sector. Even if you see right now, even if I were to pull up the chart of CNX Auto, I'll do a monthly chart so that you understand my viewpoint also. Okay. So this is what December 17, way back. Okay, this is the high that we saw. The high is around, this is for the entire index, right? CNX Auto. High is around 12,108. So what I'll do is I'll draw a line here. Okay, so this was the high that we saw in 2017-18. Since then, crash, and it saw an amazing recovery. But see, where has it taken a resistance? Same line. This is technical analysis. Absolute classic example of technical analysis, right? And we see resistance taken again and resistance, and it is not able to cross that mark, which it took as a resistance in 17-18. Okay, so this is about the monthly chart. Now, if I'm talking about the weekly chart, again similar thing. So this was a high, this was a low, a shade lower high, and a very well defined lower low. Again, if I'm talking about the highs, it's not able to take out the previous highs. So this is an early sign. So I'm not saying that यहाँ से ऊपर जा ही नहीं सकता है. I'm not saying that, but this is an early sign that yes, there are great chances that from here we may see some sort of reversal. Even if you see this candle, this specific candle, those who have seen my YouTube videos or have done my batch on technical analysis, this sort of candle uh, coming after this small up move, because today is Friday, right? So the week is over, the candle has been formed. After this up move, if I'm seeing this candle, what is that candlestick pattern called? I want everyone to answer. What is this candlestick pattern called? शूटिंग स्टार. क्या बात है, क्या बात है. श्रेय, पूनम, रवि, राघव, Shri Hari, Uma. Shri Hari and Uma a little bit wrong. Hammer ni inverse hammer bhi nahi hai. This is called as a shooting star. Okay. So now I hope you are understanding that not only fundamentally, technically, also it is showing some early signs that there might be some sort of reversal in this sector. Okay. Uh, I have explained about the difference between a hammer, inverted hammer, shooting star, hanging man in my course in absolute detail. Okay. Uh, in fact, there were many people who are asking me that, Rachana, if you could tell us that exactly what all things are covered in the new course, which I recently took in Pune. I did this technical analysis batch. Ria was talking about that. We loved, we enjoyed it. He was there for both batches. I could see many more names in the chat section who have attended these as a live session. And many people told that you should be giving the course content. So that is the reason why I've given a course content here. And here you will also see what is the content about, and here also you see a timing for that. So for example, if it's about history of TA Dow theory, I've explained it for 37 minutes. If you're talking about price action types of chart, again price action candlesticks, this time I focused a lot on price action. That was not the case with TA 1.0. I had definitely introduced price action, but it has gone way more into detail in technical analysis, the new recording, right? Then I've not only talked about support and resistance, but very important concepts of how does retest happen, how does a bounce happen, and only support resistance retest bounce has been covered for 42 minutes. I think this was the most important addition, is what I believe. Gap theory, island reversal, and in fact, those who did attend my live batch, in that we had discussed about the island reversal pattern. See, why is it important to upgrade your knowledge? Because even if you have done TA 1.0, the examples that I had taken were comparatively older examples, right? So when I was taking the live batch, when I was taking the live batch at that time, uh, okay, arrow. At that time, we were somewhere around here, I guess. And I had explained the concept of what is the meaning of an island reversal pattern. And here, those who did the batch now can easily visualize this as an island reversal pattern. You can see the gap theory playing out here. Okay, so it feels really good that whatever we discuss in the class actually plays out, and you can surely check the recording. The recording has been done almost to, I mean, if you just check this course, this batch happened almost 3 weeks ago, and in that we had said that okay, if such a thing happens, then that would be like a trend reversal. It did play out, and we are seeing kind of a trend reversal right now, yet to be confirmed. Because if you see the super trend, this again was not discussed in TA 1.0. I have discussed this in TA 2.0. I was hoping that it closes above this 16,700, but it did not. So still the trend is a little bit cautious, what I can say, rather than negative. It's a cautious trend, but I believe maybe 1 or 2 more days, and we do believe that if 1 or 2 more powerful sessions we have, we can see some nice days coming up for Nifty as well, right? So this was covered, something very important. I feel one of the most important points that I covered here was planning your trades. How do you plan your trade? How much should be your quantity? What mistakes should you avoid while you plan your trades? In fact, whenever I say do a book trade, what is a book trade? How do you do a book trade? I've given an entire table on how do you do a book trade, right? How to trail your stop losses? What should be the logic? Because TA 1.0, I do Zoom sessions, right? And in that, people used to ask me that, Rachana, you have not talked about how to trail stop losses in TA 1.0. Even I keep on learning from your feedback, right? And I said that's a very good suggestion, and I actually incorporated that in this one as well. VWAP, anchored VWAP, and again something very important, Elliott theory, emotional quotient, position sizing. So many important points I have talked about in the TA 2.0 course, and I believe that this can surely bring a good addition to your knowledge. So if you plan to enroll for this, don't forget to use this coupon. This is a limit, because this has been recently launched. So I'm just discussing this. See rachanaranade.com, and that is the coupon code for you. Just quickly pull this up for you as well once it gets posted. So just give me a second. Having CARRTA 2022. Okay, so this is the coupon code that you can use. This is a limited period coupon code. So if you don't use it within some, I guess it's a 2 or 3 days something, I will have to check it with my technical team. But this is not an ongoing. Is my screen sharing disabled right now? Yes, it is, I guess. No, but you can see this on the screen. Okay, so CARRTA2022, that is the coupon code for you. So please use this. Don't forget to use this. You will get an additional discount. It's already at a discounted price right now. You will get an additional discount. Many people are saying that, ma'am, we are enrolled for TA 1.0. Please give us some extra discount. I would request everyone to, for those who were TA 1.0 students, we are considering your request. So if you have enrolled, if your course has not yet expired, we would be willing to upgrade it for you at a very minimal cost. So just as an example, I'll take an example of a person whose course is still yet valid. So assume you had taken it just 2 months ago, 3 months ago, whatever. And I guess at that time the price was, let us say 7,000. I don't remember the exact price, but right now it is 8,000. You just have to pay the differential amount 1,000, and you get the upgraded version of that. But I think for that the course has to be valid. If the validity is over, then I guess there is something else that you need to do. So I don't handle the support. I would request you to drop an email at support@rachanaranade.com. But yes, all those who are the existing students, we are going to, that's the email for you, support@rachanaranade.com. Those who are the existing students, I am surely considering your request, because this was a request from many people. And don't worry, my team, my admin team would surely help you out with that, right? I was 6,000 in T8, 8,048 2.0. Okay, Ravi Ji says 6,048 1.0, 8,048 T8 2.0. So just in case, the example that I was giving, someone who has enrolled 3 months ago, and you've paid already 6,000, then you get the whole updated version with additional 1 year validity, and that too just by paying 2,000 rupees. Okay, so you don't worry on that. And if your course has expired, just drop an email here. My team will help you out with whatever. So for that, if the pricing is a little bit different, just have a word with them and your problems will be sorted out. But I feel this is super duper. Rajendra says my courses are still valid, so I will take the benefit of it. Okay, fantastic. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. My knowledge also keeps on increasing, right? I keep an effort to stay updated, and I love to pass on the knowledge, whatever I have gained, and feels good that I am able to pass on the knowledge to everyone. So just in case if you have not at all enrolled, then don't forget to to use that coupon code that I've already talked about, CARR2022. Okay, and those who are the pro investor members, did you see something on our home page right now? Have I shared the screen share? Okay, on the home page, if you see here, okay, our members, thank you channel members, this is something which has been newly introduced. So don't forget to put your DP, guys, otherwise I can see P, K, C, something A, one more guy, S. At least I can see your DPs who all have joined the membership. So anyone who's joining the channel membership appears on the home page of our channel. So that's a very good plugin that YouTube offered. I immediately used that, and now whoever joins the membership, you can see your DP right on our homepage of the channel, right? All right, so dip says TA 2.0 price, please. It is 8,000 dips. Okay. Mr. Piyush says, I just enrolled, so was so much looking forward to such a nice gesture. Thank you, Piyush. All right. Ankit Pandya says, what about old members? Ankit, what do I do? YouTube has not given me any thing for old members, but old members, kya achhi baat hai na? All right. Okay. So one more important update. Tomorrow, I'm going to reveal the name of the stock of the month. So stock of the month for the month of June 2022, name will be revealed tomorrow. So don't forget to check out the community tab. I'm doing a lot of discussions there as well. So you will be, those who are interested to know about that, you will be able to know which is the pro investor special stock of the month for the month of June. Shreya says, so I'll be taking no super chats, please. Today, only one super chat, I guess, till now. And I'm sure it must be of Hemanji. Yes, Hemanji, namaste Rachana ji. He says, namaste Hemanji. Hemanji, I'm enjoying your tea, by the way. Hemanji, who is our channel regular channel viewer. He's one of the owners of Girnar. I love their tea, and I've been drinking Girnar tea quite often these days. आपने addiction लगवा दिया है. I'm already a tea addict, and in that now because it's so easy. तो हेमंत जी आपने तो मतलब, but I mean it's easy, right? Just तो फटाफट ज्यादा चाय पी रही हूँ, but I'll control. थोड़ा कम पीना चाहिए. I know that. Okay, so thank you, says Hemanji. Thank you. Okay. All right. Mr. Piyush says this is my first session and I just love it. Thank you. Thank you. So others, please, no super chats for the day. I want to take 4 or 5 random questions which are being asked in the comment section. I would love to take comment sections without any super chats. I'm not going to answer any super chats today. Okay. So no super chats, please. Okay. Fantastic. Shreya says it will take also it will also take a lot of time for the supply chain to recover again. And as factories in China open up, there is more demand for crude. Absolutely. Shreya, I'm happy that your logic is just getting better and better day by day. By the way, for those who don't know Shreya is in grade 8, standard 8, and he was there for my live batches. And look at his queries. Fantastic. Okay. Nice. Okay. Who is that? Saurabh says Nifty prediction tomorrow. I don't give prediction for tomorrow and all that. I give a prediction of what we feel will happen in the coming few days. I think predicting Nifty in these days has become much more difficult. Nifty is behaving very madly these days. But I think the easiest way to predict the Nifty movement is by checking what is SGX Nifty doing, right? If SGX Nifty is up, ideally, our markets also do better. SGX Nifty down, same happens. Also, you can check Dow. Okay, how is Dow performing? If Dow is doing well, same reflects in our market as well. View about Aarti Industries, please. Technically, I'll have to check, but Aarti Industries fundamentally fantastic. Tata Elxsi is again a good one, no doubt about that. Fundamentally fantastic stock again. Ashish says, should we sell auto stocks? Ashish, of course, I never give any recommendation as such, but I have told this to my pro investor members that whatever, I mean, I can disclose that. I don't see any reason why I should not be disclosing that. I had Maruti Suzuki in my portfolio, and those who were the pro investor members, I had discussed about Maruti Suzuki almost a year ago, roughly, at some 6,000 something levels, and I sold up at 7,000 something levels just day before yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. So I feel that in the coming few months there might be some pain in the auto sector, and that is why I decided to sell it, right? Raviji says, ma'am, just have Tata Motors. Should I keep or sell? Keep it with EV motive. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that auto sector will just मतलब मिट्टी में मिल जाएगा, वैसे नहीं है, right? I'm just saying that I believe with whatever analysis, with whatever research me and my team have tried to do, autos, I believe in the coming 1 or 2 quarters might not outperform the Nifty. They will not also be equal to Nifty is what I believe. They might underperform Nifty a little bit. So I'm not saying that they'll just go down and out. So even if you're holding a specific stock, if anyone has a conviction in that stock, it's your choice whether you want to hold it or not, okay? But I believe that the returns might not be that great, is what I believe. Okay. How about HUL and ITC? In fact, again, I've given a detailed note about ITC for the pro investor members. Oh my God, I'm shouting so much. Pro investor members, community tab, I've talked about that. ITC, it did see a breakout, but then post breakout, it has not been performing well. We do see that, in fact, that is acting as a resistance and might not perform. Might not outperform the current scenario is what I believe. Again, I've written a detailed reason of why I believe that ITC might not perform really well. The day I saw a breakout, me and my team had written a small note in our blog section as well on our website. I hope you're checking out the blogs on our website. We do post the blogs every single day. So that is where I believe that, okay, wow, that's a breakout. Everyone was so much talking about that, so I just posted about the breakout, but the breakout did not sustain. All right. Viknesh talks about Dickinson and Ultratech. I know Dickinson did see some recovery, I guess. I remember seeing the stock 3-4 days ago. There was a big green candle, 11% up 4-5 days ago, and today 7% down. Fantastic. Dickinson has not been performing well. I mean, I should accept this. This is my. I mean, I was see, like, I did talk about exit uh, to all the pro investor members, especially. I'm sorry for that. I did talk about autos. I did talk about IT. I did talk about steel. I've talked about almost 4 sectors, or maybe 5 sectors in the recent past, where I was able. I mean, it's see, whenever I'm saying I, it's never I. Okay, it's me and my team. We all do research. I have 1, 2, 3 CAs, one CFA, plus 2 guys who have not completed CA but in CA stages. Uh, Research is done cumulatively, and in that, we were getting a sense about the pain in Dickinson, but because of maybe the work or whatever, I don't know, I just missed out posting that on the community tab post. Even disclaimer, I still hold Dickinson in my portfolio. It is in losses right now, but yeah, I mean, missed posting on that. And sometimes it does happen that I get busy with so many shoots. My team tells me, ma'am, did you post this on the community tab? And I say, after this shoot I'll post, and I forget posting about that as well. So happens. um, Raviji says you need to add one advocate also in your team. Raviji, I'll get to you, and I'm sure you will help me out, right? So would surely take your advice on that. So yes, I believe that you know Dickinson again is not performing well. I understand, uh, but I don't feel that it's again down and out, because you know problem with a company like Dickinson is that they operate at a very low net profit margin. Dickinson net profit margin is barely 2 or 3%, if I'm not mistaken, 2% only, if I remember correctly. And when there is such a huge margin pressure, then the margins are going to further shrink, and that will bring more and more pain in such stocks, right? And that is why I feel that again Dickinson is feeling the heat right now. Uh, I mean, it's not doing well at all. I completely agree with that. Let's see. Of course, I'm not going to sell that in losses. I will try to wait for another quarter or two and then make up my mind on that. Okay, but yes, missed out on an early exit in both, in Dickinson as well as Ultratech. But again, I would also like to tell. I mean, I feel sorry for that, but I will not be able to. I mean, I will not be able to predict the top for at every single point in time, right? I'm a human, so will not happen each and every time. Sometimes even I'm going to miss out, right? So I'm a human. Look at me like that only. I can't predict. I can't do a perfect research every single time. There might be some flaws. I might not be able to get it right every single time. So, and I'm glad everyone understands that, and you are with the channel. Thank you. Okay. BSC stock performance, Kaushik. BSC. Okay, let me just pull that up. So BSC, I had discussed in detail with my pro investor members, and I told that I still feel that there is. I'm not yet super convinced with that, but yes, I see some dividend news coming up maybe. And I told in the analysis only that whenever I plan to enter BSC, I would update on the community tab post. I've not yet entered BSC. Looks good to me, but I've not yet entered. Okay. Jubilant Foodwork. One more query coming up for that. Well, at least it has went above the 500 mark after such a long time. I know. So this is one stock which was in pain for quite a long time. It finally saw a double bottom formation taking place, like a W, Okay, and post the double bottom formation, it crossed the 508 level. Post 508 level, it has been consolidating for the past 2 or 3 days. So again, it will be interesting to watch. 506 ka level basically is a solid support for that. 500 level is a solid support for that. Let's see if things go right, because on a weekly, shall I show? Wait. I'll just show my screen so that you understand what I'm talking about. On a weekly chart, it looks good to me right now. I'll share my screen. That's the Jubilant chart for you. So that's what I was talking about, 506 level. Okay, this is the 0.5. So what I did was, so this is where I took that as kind of the start. So till here it was like more or less in a sideways trend. From here the up move started in a true sense. So I'm taking a very long view on Jubilant Foodwork. I'm not taking a short-term view. I am talking about a medium to long-term view on Jubilant Foodworks. Okay, because everyone knows I have invested in this stock. I've talked about this stock quite a bit number of times. So from here, if I'm talking about 2017, this was the low point and this was the high point. Okay, for Jubilant Foodworks. And here, if you can see the long-term 0.5, so the low and high ka 0.5, Fibonacci level 0.5, halfway through is at 506. Okay, 506 has been respected for quite a bit time now. We could see a hammer at the end of, almost at the end of the downward trend. If you see MACD right now, this is a weekly candlestick pattern. Let me remind, we can see that MACD is almost, I mean, just crossing over. Even if you see RSI from its lows, again, it saw a double bottom formation in RSI. But this was slight like a higher low for RSI, and it is trying to rebound from its low levels at 43 right now. See, I've talked about this price action analysis in my TA 2.0 batch as well. Here you can see that low and a lower low, but in RSI, you can see low and a higher low. So whenever there is an RSI divergence, this is called as an RSI divergence, then ideally it can be an early sign of a trend reversal. So I believe that and weekly chart is to be used for a medium term, right? Daily chart for a comparatively shorter term, monthly chart for a longer term. So in the medium term, I do see that yes, there are great chances that some sort of bullishness might, might be coming in, is what I believe. Okay. All thanks to Samirji who joined Jubilant. Absolutely, yes, Raviji, that was a big news. Samirji joining as the CEO of the company, and I guess he was Amazon, if I read correctly, Amazon ka food related something. I read on that. And also, my team had also done a small note on that. Would you want me to post a small community? Because anyways, I have written about what are the updates for Jubilant Food. Amazon, right? Yes, Raviji says Amazon, correct. Do you want me to post this in the community tab so that I share my analysis? And this community tab will be for everyone, not only for Pro Investor members. Please tell me if you would want that. And either you can type a yes, or instead of typing yes, you can also hit that yes, like, wo bhi ho sakta hai. If you want, I can surely post that in the community tab section so that you get to know that what is one thing that has changed in Jubilant Foodworks and which can have a positive impact on Jubilant Foodworks, is what I believe. Likes are still at 1632, but people are saying yes. Okay. ठीक है, 1642. Thank you. 10 पूरे likes बढ़ गए. I will post that tomorrow itself. I will write it down somewhere. Don't worry. Okay. I hope everyone enjoyed today's live stream. It was fun. I did talk about Nifty 50 analysis, Q4 analysis, all 50 companies analysis. Don't forget to Rajendra says that my wife subscribed to your Marathi channel to increase her financial knowledge. Thank you, Rajendra. Feels good that people are also giving love for the Marathi channel. For those who are Maharashtrians or those who understand Marathi, basically, don't forget to check out our course. Don't forget to check out the channel. Sorry, you can see that in the channel tab. Just in case if you don't know how to get an access or how to check out my Marathi channel, basically, if you go to our homepage, here you can see channels, and if you click on channels, there's a Marathi channel. You can just I've subscribed to my Marathi channel. You can also do that. To join memberships, you can click here. And for the TA course, don't forget to use this add to cart. And the coupon code which I had shared, don't forget to use that as well. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. I'm not going to take any super chats. I've told this so many times. Okay. Raviji, so what are the contents of FA 2.0? Oh, have I not? I have not yet courses. Maybe I've not done that for. Oh, I've just written lecture on part 1, lecture on part 2. Ravi ji, kal day end tak. Tomorrow EOD. You will find the same. Instead of economics lecture on part 1, you will see what are the contents for that. Okay, kal promise 100%. Okay. So I think I should write this down. Kya promise kiya? Even I don't remember. What all points did I promise? Jubilant Foodwork live stream, right? Live stream nahi, sorry. Jubilant Foodwork ka CT. Jubi CT. And second thing I told was about FA course contents. Done. Kal dono ho jayega. And also tomorrow, stock of the month for the month of June 22 will be revealed in the city for Pro Investor members. So don't forget to check that as well. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. Thanks a lot, everyone. I will. Now you have said Jubi live stream. Nahi, Shrikant sir, please. Accept the community tab. Okay, thank you. I hope you enjoyed this stream today. It was a fun day yesterday at Hyderabad, and I'll try to put in some reel for that as well. It was fun. I'll show you some amazing moments that I enjoyed. I had been to Taj Falaknuma Palace. So basically, Falaknuma was the palace of Nizam, and that was taken over by Taj. Now it is renamed as Taj Falaknuma. We had our dinner there, and it was a dining table of 101 people, and with all the Zoomers, and it was a fantastic experience. I'll share that in the reel in the next week, right? Chalo, so thanks a lot, everyone. Take care. Jai Hind. Sequence mein kuch gadbad ho gaya. I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye-bye.